Alrighty, so if you guys have watched my videos before really quickly, it's usually on tech reviews, and I do a lot of Apple related stuff like the one I'm sitting in front of. I also do PC, I also do investing videos, and sometimes travel. This is going to be a new series. I'm going to try to do it every so often, but this is going to be for July 2019. And basically I'm going to show you some of the best deals you can get in technology out there. Again, it can be Apple products, PC products, hard drives, cameras, tripods, things that, if you like technology and dabbling with it, you're going to like this. Like to build computers, things like that. So go ahead and stay tuned. I'm going to go through these quickly. I'm going to show you where you guys can get them. I'm going to kind of show you the website. Just keep in mind that when I show you this stuff, it doesn't mean that it doesn't sell out. So use this to your advantage. So if you look at something and it's sold out or it's not there any longer, don't have to come after me. Means it probably got sold out or they changed the price on it. But use these videos to show you what that price point was at a given time. You can either do a price match, or you can actually, when you go and maybe negotiate the price down, showing them that the price was once here, why did it go back up? So again, there's some value here, even if you're watching this later. So let's get into it. These are the best deals right now for the middle of 2019 that I could find. Obviously, I'm going to do multiple ones of these, and they should all help. All right, so let's get into this really quickly. We're going to go through about 10 or 12 different deals you can get right now. So first ones I'm going to show you are going to be at Micro Center. Just to let you know, I'm at Westmont or Chicago, in the Chicago area. You can actually change the store up here, and you'll see here that there's a whole bunch of different stores. A lot of times you need to buy these things actually in the store. They don't sometimes ship out. But go ahead and check this list out. Pick the closest one to you, or you can actually drive a little bit to get them. So these are a little bit harder to get, but they have really, really good deals at Micro Center. But just make sure you pick the one that's closest to you first, and then you'll actually see if it's in stock. I'm at the Westmont one here, which basically is Westmont, Illinois, just in case you want to find these deals right away. But again, they're probably going to go away soon, but they keep coming back every so often, so keep checking. All right, first one we have here, let me go ahead and close out of this, is going to be, the first good deal is the Apple MacBook Pro with Touch Bar. So this is the brand new one. This is the one that's actually just came out a week ago maybe. It's the 1.4 gigahertz, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gig solid state drive, the 645. So this has got the quad core. It's not the dual core quad core. It's the brand new 2019 model. They already have it for $100 off, and it came out a week ago. That's why Micro Center is one of the best places to look for Apple, even used Apple or even brand new Apple. They only have 2 in stock here. Obviously, you can use this though to match towards Best Buy. I'm sure Best Buy will pick this up and match it. But if you look down here, just to confirm it, it's the quad. Let me just see here, quad core right here. So it is the newest model. It does say mid 2019, and here's the model number here. So awesome deal right there. Next one. Same Micro Center. Let's say you're looking for not the newest MacBook Air, but let's say you want a MacBook Air. Well, this one's the gold one. I've seen the other colors in here every so often. You got to keep checking back. But the gold one right now is at for $849. Now, this isn't the 2019. This is late 2018. So it doesn't have the True Tone added to it. It wasn't that brand new one that just came out this year. It was last year's model, but this is a new one, brand new. So it's only $849, and that makes this an attractive buy. Obviously, at $1,100, you're always like, is the MacBook Air worth it? But at $899, it totally opens, or I'm sorry, $849, it opens up your eyes to it. i5 processor, 1.6 gigahertz, 8 gigs of RAM. It's got 128 gigabyte, and it's got the Intel UHD graphics. So this is last year's model, a great pickup at $849. Next one here. Same thing, Micro Center, and again, I'm at Westmont, but you'll be able to get these at these other locations. This is actually a pretty good system if you're looking for a Windows PC. It's an Acer Aspire 3. The reason I like this one is it's an AMD Ryzen 5 2500U. It's 8 gigs of RAM, 256 solid-state drive, AMD Radeon Vega 8 mobile graphics, so it's got the Vega 8 chipset. It's only $449, $100 off right now, so not a bad deal if you're looking for a fairly powerful system in the Windows side. Obviously, it comes with Windows and things like that, but it's a pretty good deal, gets good ratings, 4.6 out of 5, so that's a great deal as well. Now we're going to go to Best Buy. Best Buy's actually got this phone right now. It says with activation, but you can actually look further into it. I think you can get this for just a little bit more without activation, but it's $349. And what this is the Samsung Galaxy S10e. It's a little bit different, but it's got 128 gigs of memory. It's unlocked, which is a key if you actually are in different types of providers. And it's black. So if you look at this, it's got a 4.7 rating. The reason I like this is it's got a pretty big screen. It's basically bezel-less. And basically, if you look at the specs on this, it's got a Snapdragon 855, so really fast processor. Obviously, Android 9.0. It's got the 5.8 screen, but it's 2220 at 1080, so it's got really good resolution. 128 gigs of storage, so it's got the fast chip to storage. It's basically an S10, but it's $349. You're going to probably get, obviously some of the things are going to be a little bit different from the original S10, but it's going to be very similar to that. As you can see, it's obviously you can look at the specs when you come in here and look for it, but that's actually a really good deal right now as well. All right, so the next one I'm looking at here is going to be, this is again from Best Buy. It's the Samsung 65-inch LED 7 series, 2160p. So it's a 4K TV with HDR. This is actually $200 off right now. So it's a Samsung 65-inch. It's the 7 series, just to let you, if you're looking that up. It's on sale for $699, which is a great price for a 65-inch Samsung. Again, go ahead and do your research on all the different TVs that you want. I believe this has some smart capabilities, but not a lot. So it does have a smart TV access, but realistically, it's not one of those ones that has everything built completely into it. But if you're looking for a Samsung, 4K and a pretty big screen, it's 65-inch. Right now it's $699. That's a really good deal at Best Buy. All right, so now we're on the Other World Computing. It's OWC, so you can look up OWC or Other World Computing. They do a lot of Mac stuff. This is a great deal right now going on. It used to be $299.98, and now it's $194.88. It's a 32 gigabyte kit for memory. It's 2 times 16 gigabytes, 2666 megahertz DDR4. And basically, if you look at this, this is going to be compatible with the brand new or the newer early 2019 iMacs, Retinas 5K iMacs. So if you have an iMac that you want to add another 32 gigs of RAM, or if you have a Mac Mini, late 2018 Mac Mini, it says late here, look up the model numbers when you come in here. This is an incredible deal actually to add, if you go through Apple and add 32 gigs of RAM, I don't know how much it is, it's probably $700, $800, somewhere in there. This is $194, so a great deal if you need to upgrade that new iMac or a Mac Mini. We're going to stay here and let's go ahead. This is actually another good deal. If you have a lot of Apple products or if you have an Apple laptop or even a desktop, this is the Mercury Elite Pro Dual Mini. This is on sale right now for $79. The reason I like this is basically it is compatible with a Mac and a PC and Chrome, and it's basically a USB 3.1 Gen 2. So depending on what you put in here, you have to actually add the drives to it. $79 is just the enclosure, but it actually allows you to put it in RAID 0 and RAID 1. You can choose the configuration, and it's basically blistering up to about 738 megabits per second. So, you can put some SSDs in here or just some spinning drives if you want it just for raw storage. Long story short, this is the empty one, but it's $79. But if you look at, the connections here, it's got the USB 3.1 Gen 2 on the back of it, and it's got the power, and then it's got a RAID switch. So you can get some easy RAID here, but you can also put in 2 drives just for storage, and it works perfectly with all Macintosh or Apple computers. So go ahead and check this one out for $79. All right, we're moving over to Newegg right now. If you're building a computer and you like PC building and things like that, this is an incredible deal here. Only $61, $61.99. This is actually Ballistic Sport LT 16 gigabyte kit. So it's 2 8 gigabyte RAM DDR4. It's 2400, so it's not going to be the highest speed RAM, but basically still really fast for what you need on a system if you want to get 16 gigs for $61. So I remember just like maybe a year ago, it was about $190, $180 for this much RAM. Now it's $61.99. So go ahead and check this out if you're building a system. Ballistic Sport LT 16 gigabyte kit, $61.99 at Newegg. We're going to stay on Newegg here. And these are some of the deals that they have, and I always like to go in here and you can check. Obviously they do an email, so I always go on their email list and you can get a bunch of deals that they send out. Helps you find different deals and things like I'm going through here, but basically they'll send them to your email directly. Another one that I wanted to show, if you're going to be building like a Nook, like an Intel Nook computer, or if you get one of those little Nooks, if you want to build like a really, really small computer and you need an actually M2 drive, this is an M.2 drive, so it's really small, but it's basically 128 gigs, so you can obviously run Windows, and it's going to be for a small setup. Maybe you're doing it for your TV or something like that. Incredible price now. These have come down to $17.99, so $18 for 128 gig M.2 drive, solid state SSD, limit 5 per customer, 120 gigs at SATA 3 speeds. So it's going to be fairly fast, obviously, and it's got basically a 5 out of 5 stars with the community. So looks like it's had some success with them people using it. So if you want to pick up a really cheap drive just to create a small system, $17.99 is an incredible price here. All right, still at Newegg here, we're going to have another Apple product. A lot of people need more, really more space than 128 gigs in Apple computers. They also need, they want a little bit more RAM and things like that, and they want a faster chip. So if you actually are looking at that and the newest one doesn't work for you, I just got a message. But basically, if the newest one doesn't work for you because it's too small in the RAM and too small in the actual disk space, go ahead and you can go back and get a 2015 right now. I know it's a little bit older, but it does say down here, I'm trying to think where I saw it, but it did say, I believe, grade A, so it's actually a really high grade on this. Actually, right here, grade A, may have a little couple scuffs, but it's grade A, so it's got to be good condition. Resolution is 2880 by 1800, but the thing that really blew me away here is it's a 2.8 i7, and it's 16 gigs of RAM, and it's 512 flash storage, so 512 gigabytes flash storage. So it's again, it's a 2015, but it's a grade A, 16 gigs of RAM, i7, 512 gigabytes of flash storage, which obviously this thing used to be around $3,000. It's on now just over $1,000. So this is a great deal if you're into video editing and things like that. You need a faster CPU, you want more RAM, and you need more space. These things would usually be at least double, so a couple years old maybe, but it's a grade A, so go ahead, and this is a great deal. Alrighty, so these are actually some that I found recently, and again, these aren't the best deals out there. They're going to be ones that I just came across and I wanted to share with people. And again, use this with a grain of salt. They may not be available when you go ahead and search maybe a couple days from now or even a couple months from now, but at least you actually see where the price point was. Use it to your advantage to negotiate or to actually price match something. And or if you just like looking at technology and seeing what's available, what the cost is, definitely these videos are kind of fun. And just obviously put some comments down if you have some really good deals, and I can add them to my next video. I'm going to try to make these every so often. And then with that said, just if you guys can subscribe to my channel, definitely it's going to help me out. It's going to help me continue to make these type of videos. I have only like 300 and something subscribers. I want to get up to that 1,000. It's taken a long time, a lot of videos. So if you can help me out, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in about a week.